Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a core focused Pilates workout using the Pilates Springboard. As far as equipment goes for this workout, what you need is a springboard, a tower, or a Cadillac, and a box. Now if you don't have a box, you can still complete this workout. There's a series that we will do with our forearms on the box, but you could do this with your hands on the floor or elevate your forearms on something else nice and steady. You also may need a mat in front of your tower or springboard. As always during this workout, please feel free to modify as necessary, adjust the springs to your liking, and listen to your body. When you're ready, let's get started. Alright guys, so I am all set up. I have my mat laid out in front of my springboard. I have my box from my reformer at the end of my mat for now. And as far as springs go today, all you need is leg springs. So I have long purple springs, they're heavy springs, and they're attached to loops. You can use heavy, you can use light, whatever suits you for today. That is all we're using as far as springs go, so nice and simple. So get that set up, and when you're ready, we're just gonna have a seat on the front edge of the box. Now have a sit down on that box right towards the front edge. Again, if you don't have a box to sit on, you can do this series without the box at all, just have a seat right on the floor. If you're seated on that box, you're right towards the front edge with your shoulders stacked over your pelvis. Slide the ribs back over the hips and grow nice and long through the crown of the head. Inhale and float those arms up in front of the shoulders. And on your exhale, pelvic tilt to roll you back to the shoulder blades. Now once you hit the shoulder blades, I want you to pause. Inhale here, and then exhale, roll yourself right back up to seated. Inhaling at the top and exhaling, rolling down. If you'd like to hold on to your thighs for support, you are welcome to do that. Inhale here, and then exhale, peel your spine back up again, keeping those collarbones wide as you go. Good. Inhale here, and again, exhale, pelvic tilt to roll you back. Try to find your low back before your ribs hit. Good. Inhale here, and then exhale, rolling right back up. So during this roll down, I'm never completely laying all the way flat. I'm staying engaged through my core and a little bit of forward flexion in the torso. Nice job. Let's do one more here. Inhale, and then exhale, peel the spine back. Keep that back of the neck nice and long. Good. Now once you're down here, just sweep the hands back behind your head. Draw the heels in closer to you if you need to. Exhale, curl up, and then inhale, lower back. If you're on your box and you want to find a little bit of back extension like I do, shift your body back a little bit so that you can arc your back over that box. Feels so good. And then exhale, curl your head, neck, and chest forward. Good. Big inhale, big exhale. Nice. Head is heavy in the hands. Elbows are reaching out on little diagonal lines. Good. Heels down, or if it feels more comfortable for your back, if you're shorter on the shorter side, you can always lift those heels up. Nice, now we're gonna add a knee lift. So as you curl forward, bring one knee into tabletop, and then slowly lower that foot down as you extend the spine. And then other side, exhale, curl, and inhale, lower. Just warming up through the core before we start using our springs. Let's do 4 more. And 3 more. Good, and 2. And now on this last one, leave whatever knee is up. Bring your upper body parallel to the floor only. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate towards that lifted thigh. And then inhale, come back to center. Good, and again, exhale towards that lifted thigh, opposite shoulder, opposite rib to hip. Let's do 4 more here. Take note of where your hip to your knee to your foot alignment is. So I want your hip and your knee and your toe in line. I know when I do rotation, sometimes my foot wants to cross over the midline slightly, and we do not want that here. All right, last one, let's stay in rotation. Keep one hand behind the head, reach up towards your extended leg, and pulse for 16, 15. Good. That's it. Last 8, 7, 6, the last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down with the foot, back over the box if it feels good. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your body parallel to the floor. Bring your other knee into tabletop. We exhale and we rotate towards that side, opposite shoulder, and rib to hip. Good, just 4 more here. Nice, so I'm not moving my elbow across my body. I'm keeping my elbows the same distance from my ears the whole time. Last 2. And on this last one, stay in rotation. Lift the foot and pulse. 16, 15. One of my New Year's resolutions, I know we're not even towards January, is to become a better counter. 8, 7, because a lot of times, and a lot of Pilates instructors do this, I think, we get into it, we start looking at somebody's form, last 3, last 2, last 1, start talking about how to get into the movement deeper or something, and then we completely forget to count, and somebody's doing something for 40,000 reps. So if I ever do that to you, you can leave a comment, or you can stop when you're feeling satisfied with how many reps you've done. Sit up for a moment, inhale those arms forward, exhale, let's peel the spine back again. I've moved myself a little further forward on the box. My hands are going back behind my head. Both knees in tabletop this time. Good, and now we're gonna rotate to one side as we extend a leg. Come back center and switch. And switch. Now you can choose the angle of your leg. It can be higher or lower. Pay attention to what angle of your leg helps you engage the core the best. Last 4. And 3, and 2, really reach through those toes. Last 1, now come back center with the torso. One leg goes up, grab behind the calf. Pull twice, inhale, exhale to switch. Pull, pull, switch, pull, pull, switch. Good. Feeling a stretch through the hamstrings, keeping the leg that's coming towards you long. Try not to bend the knee, but keep it nice and straight for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees in, grab your shins, hug yourself into a little ball, curl up higher. Now maintain that height as you extend the arms back, the legs forward, gazes forward towards the thighs. Big circle out into airplane and around. Inhale, open. Exhale, out into airplane and around. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Hands come back behind the head. Last exercise, toes to the ceiling. Lower both legs forward. Exhale, both legs back up. Your range of motion. Maybe it's small. Maybe it's bigger. Your low back is pressing down. Your gaze is forward towards your thighs. You've got 4 more. Big exhale on the way up. And 3. And 2. You're doing great. 1 more time. Good, knees into the chest. Rock and roll yourself up to seated. Little twist over one shoulder. Little twist over the other shoulder. Now I'm going to turn my box so that it is almost all the way. Now this will depend on your height, but for me it's almost all the way to the edge of my mat, just a little forward of the edge. And we're going to lay down on our back. I've placed my long leg springs on number 4, okay? If you feel like when we start doing these exercises, if you feel like the springs are pushing you back towards the wall, you can always go for long yellow springs, okay? This might need to go further back, we'll see. So laying all the way down, nice. I am going to move that box further away because I want to be able to just rest my heels on the box and have my head maybe 6 to 12 inches away from the tower. Okay. Again, the box is not necessary here, but it does give you something to ground your heel into, which is quite nice. And we're going to take our loops. We're going to place them on our feet. And with the arms down and the head down and the sacrum nice and anchored, we're going to bring our feet sit bone distance apart. knees as well, and we're just gonna start single leg reaches with our feet. I'm gonna reach my heel out and down and tap the box, out and down and tap the box. And I really want you to think about grounding down through your pelvis, which will become more necessary in just a moment. Good, so the pelvis is grounded, the sacrum is heavy. Last 4 like this, just getting used to the movement. 3, 2, and 1. Now bend both knees in. Bring your hands behind your head. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and chest forward. Anchor that sacrum back down. Same exercise, head, neck, and chest stays lifted. We reach one heel out, tap the box, and then switch, and switch. And slow and smooth movement here. That's it. Nice job. Now we've got 4 more, and 3 more, and 2, and 1. Now leave one heel down on the box. Extend the other leg long to the ceiling with a little tension on your strap, and just scissor switch the legs instead. Equal weight through both sides of the sacrum. Can you feel your core keeping you stable here? You've got 8, 7, 6, the last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Anchor one heel down, bend the other knee in. Exhale here as you rotate towards that lifted knee. Come back center, switch out your feet, anchor the other heel, and then rotate. Inhale back through center, bend the other knee, exhale, rotate. Now I'm not lifting too high, I'm not rotating too much, because I can feel that the springs want to push me around. I'm still anchored through the pelvis. And again, if you feel like you're getting pushed too much, you can feel free to switch to lighter springs. Last 2 here. I'm moving a little further away from the box, I can tell. And last 1. And come back center, bend the knees. I'm going to push myself back out, back to my starting position. We're going to extend one leg down onto the box. One foot up to the ceiling, put a little tension into your strap, and then you're going to take your opposite hand to your leg and reach over and up towards the ankle and down. Over and up towards the ankle and down. For 6, 5, ground through that heel into the box. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more time. Come back center. Make sure you're still square to your tower. Re-anchor the other heel onto the box. Other free leg goes up to the ceiling. Reach your arm across and reach up. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Bend those knees in and take the straps off your feet. Rock and roll yourself up to seated. Come all the way up to standing, and we're gonna move our straps higher. So for me, I'm gonna put them up on number 10, which is higher than head height, okay? Then I'm gonna take my box and now I'm gonna move it closer to me. So again, right on that edge where I wanted you to have it in the first place. We're not going to grab our straps just yet. I just want to set you up as far as distance from the tower behind you. So you're going to have your forearms down. We're going to start here by hovering the knees and then walking ourselves back into plank. Just make sure you have a few inches back behind you in between your heels and the tower here. Lift your hips a little higher so that they're almost in line with the shoulders. And now let's draw one knee in towards the box and out, and the other knee into the box and out. Just a few here to warm up, getting used to the movements we'll be doing in just a moment. Good. Last one on each side. Nice job. And then bring your heels together and your toes apart, and let's sink the hips back and then present the chest forward over the wrists. And again, hips go back and hips go forward. Like you're going into a little frog position with the heels and the knees. Good, last 3, last 2, and last 1. Come back over your wrists. Make sure those legs are straightened out, and we're gonna walk out wide with the feet and narrow, and then switch sides, out, out, and in, and switch sides, out, out, and in, and switch sides. Good, last time on each side. Nice, and then knees down. If you really wanted to, you could just continue doing that work on the floor, okay? If you're coming with me, we're gonna take these straps, I know they're high up, but we're gonna take them over the tops of the feet, almost at the ankles. So here we go. This is the trickiest part of class. You gotta get one foot in there, then anchor the knee down, and then turn around and get the other foot in there, and then anchor the knee down. Then your forearms are coming back onto the box, and I want you to start forward, okay? Then we extend one leg out, and then press into your forearms and lift the other leg up so you're hovered off the floor. Right away, if your feet feel too low, maybe you need to lift those springs up one notch. If your feet feel too high, maybe you need to adjust the springs down. You don't want your feet touching the floor completely, okay? From here, we go back to our mountain climber. We bring one knee in, and then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we bring our heels together and our toes apart. We bend the knees in. We're gonna add a little extension of the legs out to the side, and then bring the legs together. So swimming frog, in, out, together. In, out, together. For 4, reminds me of swimming class. And 3, and 2, and 1. Woo. And then knees down for a moment to take a break. I'm gonna scooch myself back so the springs don't fly off my ankles. We are gonna come back and do another little set, okay? So again, if you don't want those springs on, take them off and do your set just on the floor without your feet elevated. Otherwise, you're gonna walk yourself back forward, forearms down onto the box, extend one leg, extend the other leg, and now we're gonna flutter kick those feet for 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now listen, pike the hips out, and down, and up, and down. For 4, woo. 3, try no momentum. I used a little too much that time. Last 2, think about lengthening back out. Last 1, nice job. And bend the knees. Walk yourself back a little bit. And take those straps off carefully, one at a time. And sit your hips back towards your heels and your hands on the box. And take a beautiful child's pose here, allowing your shoulders to relax, your hips to go to the heels, head forward through the upper arms if it feels good to you. Good. Nice. Coming up onto all fours, hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Reach one arm up to the ceiling and then take that arm underneath you, coming down to the shoulder and twisting. Letting it go. Good. Back to all fours, other hand goes up, other hand reaches under, thread the needle. Find that twist. And come back, center, hands under shoulders, round the spine, arch the back, and again, round the spine, and arch the back. Come back to neutral, and you guys are all done. I hope you enjoyed that kind of quick core burner. Leave me a comment or a question down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and what types of videos you'd like to see next. If you are not already a member, please join below. There's so many more workouts available to members only. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.